Apologies for the delay. All right. Everything working? Sound and video are awesome. Sorry. Oh. Ooh. I know that Paolo is here. Hi, hi, Auntie Patience. Hi, Louis. What are you guys doing? I'm good to be able to take in this beautiful same format, but it's the special edition Urban Sketcher Symposium. Just not that I went to Toulouse. Someone very kindly, really excited. There's 4 colors that come with this. With these, there's always one special color for them that you won't find. And also the tin is color and mascot symposium. And it comes with the like the 4 colors. It's indigo greenish, violet, lazo gold, and what I want to swatch and mix today. When the one last year it was in Poznan. Oh, okay. So hold on. Okay. Hold on. I reset the Yep, I reset the microphone. Is it better now? That's the weird bug that I have with my setup, is that occasionally the microphone will get like there's something with the connection or something, and it gets all weird. And most of the times I can just unplug and replug the microphone and it fixes it. Now it's good? Okay, cool. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I unplugged and replugged it, and at the same time I tweaked a little bit the visuals. It's such a weird bug. I have no idea what makes it like that. Is that box for sale? Yeah, so that what I was trying to say before the microphone decided to is that if you remember last year, the one from Poznan, it was uh, technically only available for people going to the symposium. But at some point, you could, and you might still be able to find it on Jackson's. So I'm hoping that the same will happen with this one. Like for now, it's not available, but so it took almost a year for the Poznan one to be available. So hopefully kind of the same thing happens with this one too. Because yeah, you're right, this is a proper orange box and it comes with a custom orange color. And me, hi! Hello! How are you? I hope you're doing good. Yeah, it was on Jackson's. Yeah. Oh, that's a nice color. Ooh, pretty. It took me this one from this year to realize that the color of the tin is basically as close as possible to the special edition color in it. I think that's pretty cool. That's the other thing though, you have to, I found the Poznan one because I looked at the clearance section in the watercolor gouache and ink category, and that's where I found it. It's not with the other Roman Szmal sets. That's always been the thing with Jackson's, like their website, you have to be a bit crafty at times to find the stuff on it. Like, you know, the special edition colors, sometimes you won't find them listed with the rest of the colors, so you have to like manually search it in the search bar. Like just an example, but like July 2026 and see if it comes up. Like I had the same kind of issue with some of the Schminke Academy sets back then, like the special tins with the prints on them. I wouldn't be able to find them like categorized with the rest of the Schminke paints, but I was able to find it by searching Academy. I'm doing good, just came from my physio on the Friday. Ooh, awesome! Really got my left shoulder. Oh no! I hope that's like sore in a good way, you know? Search for Toulouse. Yeah, that's fortunate. Like, same for. What if you search for Poznan? Poznan. Do you find the other one? It will also depend on how many were made, yeah. I really want to get that box. I know what you mean. I really, like, I was obsessed with the Poznan one, but there was literally no way I could get it. Eventually, it became available on some Polish art supply stores, so um, since you're in the EU, you might be able... Okay, hold on, let me look it up, just... Oh. The Poznan one is no longer in the clearance section either, so they might just be out of it. I wanted to check if it, like, the search doesn't give it, but is it still there where I found it, where I saw it last time, but no. One of them was available for a time, but it was limited time. Nope, usually countries in the Middle and Eastern Europe do not. Oh, really? Did you check if Arte Miranda has the Poznan one? Because I agree that it's weird. Like, they don't ship to here, but I get it. Like, it's a different continent. You can even have it, like, shipped, like, ground shipping. I am determined not to buy any more watercolor until I figure out how to use it permanently on fabric, but this is more tempting than... I mean, fortunately for you, it's not available for purchase at the moment, so I guess that's kind of a bit of a weird blessing. I don't want to ship to Portugal because usually I would have to pay over 25 euros. Are you willing to pay that price? Just for postage? Hey! Sherwood, hello! No, I didn't go to Toulouse, but I have connections. I have friends in good places. Did you go to Toulouse? Next year is in Toronto, and I don't know what to do about that. Ooh. Indigo greenish is not kidding. Connections, friends in high places? I do. Some always nice. No, I went to Sketcher Fest in Edmonds near Seattle. Much discussed. Yeah, definitely. Hmm. That's kind of cool. Like the indigo greenish and the Aquarius violet, they mix a really solid black. Check this out. Whoa. I was sure the palette would contain a new color July 2026. No, though I do. Ah! Sorry, I have it. I'm excited, obviously. But yeah. Odd selection of colors. A little bit, but at the same time, it's really beautiful so far, I feel. I love it. Coffee, chocolate, and oh, coffee. I have to drink my coffee. Odd colors for odd people. Hmm. Yep. That works. I'm having a Milo. In a good way, like people who like art and reading. I like it because it's limited, and being limited, it makes it very cohesive for just 4 colors. This, like, heavily textured, bruisey color is amazing. I really like it. I don't know where I would use it, but it's a fascinating mix. Nice mixes, looks good for sketching and painting in the city. Yeah, I agree. I'd have to run to the room and Szmal table that if you want. I mean, that's definitely the right place to do that, isn't it? You guys don't know what Milo is. We don't have it here. We have and it's kind of new, but we have Ovaltine, which is very similar, I think. Okay, so I've also prepared these trips, and my idea is that I will do the more extensive mixing, like going from one color to the other one on these, so that I can have a little gradient of mixes. Yes, there is a blue patch in the bruisey color here at the bottom. It's really cool. So Aquarius Violet has PB29, PV19, PR255, so that's definitely the PB29. And then the Nickel as a Gold has PY150 and PR102, so it's definitely the ultramarine blue. So coffee chocolate is basically coffee milk and cacao powder. Oh, it's like a mocha, basically. Malt drinks are really delicious. Fortunately, they're made with dairy, so I haven't been able to have any in a while, but Ovaltine, and there's also chocolate, like Ovaltine chocolate, that's just like delicious. Served with hot milk. It's a bit like Nestle Quick, but Nestle Quick is just like chocolate or strawberries or banana. And yeah, Milo has that malted powder. It's a bit like if you're in North America, if you take a Whopper or a Malteser and you made it into a drink with milk. I love Banana Quick. Otto sent me some once, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, it is that awesome, very fake banana flavor that I really like." I don't feel like this gradation is gonna take me the whole strip to do because the colors are quite close to one another, and that's a bit trickier to do, like over a long area. Oh yum, I love malt candies. I'm with you. Unfortunately, it's always a bit of a risk because of the fact that they put dairy in it, of course, but I hate my milk in a pot and pouring heaps of Milo in it. Yeah, you guys, it's cold for you at the moment, so that's gotta be extra enjoyable. I couldn't do a hot drink at the moment, but yeah, I'm like having the opposite weather. Fake banana taste is a big no for me. Yeah, it's a bit like pineapple on pizza. There's sort of two schools for it, and it's either you like it or you don't. There's not a lot of people who are just like eh. There's the medicine for ear infections as a kid that tasted like fake banana, and it made the whole experience so much more enjoyable. Like, I feel like crap. Oh, you can have the banana syrup. I can have the what now? Let's go. It's 12 mn. I used to make it in the lab for kids demonstration. Hey, pumpkin! You used to make what? The fake banana taste? There's a recipe for that? Most banana flavored things don't use real bananas because they are expensive and also because of the banana cartel. Are they expensive? My cat decided to sit in front of my monitor. Hello, kitty! Banana cartel is hilarious, to be honest. I know what you mean, and it's accurate, but it's also very funny. Oh, you can make the fig. Oh, do you need anything super like next level chemistry to do it? That's very dangerous power to yield. No, fine, Olympics, good, bye. It's an ester. What's an ester? Absolutely, you should start a band. I will buy my first album. Banana Cartel. Nah, it's rather simple to make. Isoamyl acetate. That's really cool. They don't make a lot of fake banana tasting things that don't have dairy in it, unfortunately. Also, with Fortune new RS palettes 2 days in a row. This color look gorgeous. There, hold on, you're new in here. Check, I did the staircase chart. You just mix an alcohol with an acid and that's it. That's why we used it as a demo for kids. And can the kids like taste it after? They could just smell it. Just to be clear, nobody would. Okay. No eating in the lab. Aww. You need to do the experiment in the kitchen then. The water bottle, no chewing gum. Huh. I mean, that's very clever. Gotta take breaks to get to the water fountain. And always wash your hands before exiting the lab, because yeah, I mean, of course. Hey, welcome back, Lewis. A band called the Banana Republic. Maybe they can be rivals with Paulo's Banana Cartel. They could do a crossover video where the banana is trying to run. Banana Republic, isn't that an expensive clothing brand or garment? Yeah, it's both actually. Both USA exports. Oof. Hey, 23, hi! It's interesting how dramatically warmer the Toulouse palette is than Poznan. Hello from art class, goodbye. Aw! Enjoy art class, 23. I should do this exercise with the Poznan palette too. I think it would be interesting to be able to compare. This is like a family? What do you mean? I missed the shows. I was at hell. Oh no. I'm the dysfunctional uncle then. Oh, that's fine, Auntie Patience. What were you looking at if it's art related? Dark brown. It's not actually brown, just the camera issues. This is Aquarius Violet. And I'm going from Nicolas Gold to Aquarius Violet. Or at least trying to. It's separating so interesting, in such an interesting way on the palette. The family is just going to be a bunch of dysfunctional aunts and uncles. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a community, basically. Love y'all, but please don't say we're like family. It reminds me of those workplaces that are fake and toxic. Can we say it in the sense of the Fast and Furious meme? if we're a family, I'm the gay cousin. It's just a really big quote unquote family with like no parents, no kids, just a bunch of cousins and uncles and aunts with varying qualifiers. Yeah, the thing with companies is that they don't mean it. They say that just to um like make you hope for something better, but socially awkward loner cousin weird. Maybe I should eventually make those like roles on the server so people can choose what kind of quote unquote family member. I hate the term family in there. We are just coerced. Yeah, exactly. There's some really, really nice browns in here. And they all get that kind of a mottled look. I'm so sorry for the ultramarine in the mix. The artist uncle here. Workplace exploitation for overtime is not good, nor is pizza instead of overtime. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Fully agree. When I was like working for a company, um, I was kind of glad. I was lucky in the sense that they never. I ended up in situations where there never was all that much push for overtime, but I would always try to dodge it if I could because for me it doesn't work on so many levels that I really struggle to just go with it, in the sense that more often than not, I worked in the like cartoon animation industry, okay? So there was literally no deadlines that were that important. It's not like being a doctor and the person is ill and on the operating table. And it's literally life or death. Cartoon animation, not life or death. So very hard to convince me that it's capital that I hand in this thing before the weekend when I know that all the higher-ups are already gone. Like their weekend has already started. No one will check it until perhaps Monday afternoon. And even then, after that, I like this earlier time. Hey, thank you for stopping by, Durwood. And then yeah, like instead of actually like paying people for their overtime, it's like, oh well, we'll pay you dinner, and it's like, can I just go home instead? Have pizza at home, I'm fine. Yeah, I've always really struggled with that, and consequently, I never really considered it an option. I would try to do the work in the time that was allotted for it and not have to do like overtime all that much. What was your work if you... me or... Over here, there is the trend of not calling people workers, but... Oh, yeah. Associate. Team members. What else? Like, sorry, but sales associate? Really? Really? What are the pigments for the limited edition color, please? Yes, it is PY 181 and PV 19. It is. Insert disgusting face collaborators. Disgust face. Team members is okay and technically accurate. So yeah, it doesn't imply the same thing that collaborators do. And the indigo greenish is so strong in its tinting strength that like this is too stark. I have to work some yellow back in. A team member, on the other hand, is someone who not only performs their job duties but also contributes to the collective success of their team. Ugh, curious about AI. Ew. Blech. An acquaintance of a friend of mine years ago was a writer poet who said she couldn't come to some social thing because she was collaborating with the link. Team member is one of those things that employers use to make you make things you shouldn't. Being unpaid overtime. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, perhaps there's something lost in the translation, but I have an issue with it. Can it just be like employee and like management or whatever? Like, do we have to have a hide behind? Like, it feels like you have something to hide if the company so desperately want to use a different word for describing the people that work for them. My cat does not want to eat the new wet. Oh no. Collaborators. Trying to remember. In French, we have like a word that's collabo. which is short for collaborator, but it's what's the English? Speaking of AI, did y'all hear that Paul Rubens apologized to Anna Buccarelli for using her work in their marketing and said they didn't know their AI marketing used it? I mean, she's just staring at me and look at me like, what the fuck? What am I supposed to do with that, human? Oh, it's obvious that they use AI. You can tell from the promo pictures. They paid her from what I've gathered. Oh, really? Hey, Trashy Trash Pandas, hello. I mean, yeah, it could be the scapegoat, but that's also what AI does. And it doesn't feel too out of the realm of possibility that it's possible someone prompted an AI uh, engine, whatever platform, and then it ripped off the style of the artist, and the person writing the prompt didn't know. Like, it's something that doesn't feel too far-fetched, you know. It's a very easy scapegoat too. Like, not saying that's not the case, but it doesn't feel like, it doesn't automatically feel like BS, you know. Makes me pause a little bit. I'm perhaps a bit more annoyed that companies like Wacom would use AI to promote their products. Their drawing tablet that they market to artists, and the promo art is made from, like, it is from an image bank, and it's AI. It's like, good grief. They're gonna get sued, probably. Sorry is not enough. I mean, they paid her, so hopefully AI dies out as long as... Oh, the stupid data centers. Hey, what? I have a terrible, mischievous baby with me. Hello. It's your show too. Hey, you have to be the highlight of it. Hmm? Am I puput? Am I gonna be able to do this one-handed? We'll see. Yeah, the point is that they're marketing art supplies to artists with AI. Yeah, that's the... I don't like the marketing with AI, but they also send out supplies to real artists to review. It is a slap in the face to artists, of course. Yes, of course it is Scout again. The Peko is not very cuddly. Whereas this baby really is. Hmm? I miss? Be right back, need some pliers. Are you okay? Someone who has been working very closely with an AI intern in the last few weeks. You have to be super careful to be explicit about telling it to check with you before moving forward. Oh, wow. Hmm. Like, I don't agree with it, but I don't see how companies would work without AI. And to me, it becomes more about watching what they do when there's a mess and how they react to the mess rather than expecting them to do something like that different. Because they don't really have any incentive to not use AI, you know. I don't agree with it, but like from their point of view, they save a bunch of money on the marketing of stuff, and then that's a way that they can offer more affordable products. For the record, I'm not saying it's okay this happened, but it's understandable. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Give chin scratches to both. I can do Scout right now. Pico is a bit further away, so I will do so later. I really hope generative AI. Me too. Me too. It's not sustainable. Oh, Golgani. Oh. Mm. What's up, baby? Mm. He's giving me big hugs. Why? Most animal rescue video shorts are mostly. Yeah, that's why I I follow rescuers instead of just any random video. But it's a bit of both, Paulo, when it comes to the companies from China, I feel like. Because if you look at the price of what they sell, it is relatively low. Not saying it's ideal, of course, it's a company, it wants to make profit. But, like, from their point of view, they don't have a very strong reason to not use AI, you know? And I feel like if they're going to do it and there's going to be a mess, the way Paul Rubens managed it, to me, is fine. They didn't buckle down, they didn't, like, fight the artist, apparently. And I would much rather have that than the whole kerfuffle with the bricks and minifig nonsense, you know? My husband works in IT. He's seeing a lot of his coworkers getting. Oh, that sucks. That's the problem with it. What's AGI? Yeah, of course he's not happy about it. He needs that definitely sucks. It will kind of come back to bite us in the butt big time, I feel like. But yeah, the first of all, calling it AI is silly. But the that kind of tool has a use, but it's definitely not in the generative kind of um, usage that it shines. Hmm? I'm gonna have one arm that's really beefy and strong, and one arm that's a limp noodle. Hmm? You're lucky you're not a big fat cat. I think she likes the streams. She always shows up when I'm streaming, right? Like, Mom, you're yapping to the void. What's up? Yes, AI is kind of being used for generative AI and LLM. I love my Merlin AI, non-LLM, for finding birds from sounds. Artificial general intelligence. Ugh. You think it's possible? I mean, kinda expecting it ever since watching Terminator 2. Skynet, anyone? AI is being used as a scapegoat to lay off after the over-aggressive hiring tech companies did during COVID. A lot of these companies that use AI, I think in the long run they save money by not hiring people. Yeah, and like, I mean, it's just everything about it is a bad idea. Like the data centers are terrible. The impact of the data centers, the cost of them, everything about it is dog poo. And then having so many people losing their job with using that as a scapegoat, it's not a way to fix anything. You don't gain uh good things from having so many idle people. Loves the sound of her mom's voice. Maybe. Oh, baby, the stream loves you too. They love you. A big baby. What if she's like, uh-oh, mom is having a breakdown and talking to herself again? That's possible. Okay, which one is it? Are you the one having an emotional breakdown? You woke up and there was no one next to you. Oh my gosh. Oh, unrelated, but just because I saw Panda and basically trashy trash pandas, but have you guys kept up with Jimothy? You're shedding so much. Oh my gosh, I am fuzzy. Hmm? I wish governments that approve of AI and are subsidizing for the data centers would increase their budget for social services. I wish they would see further than the dollar signs, basically. Just how unsustainable this whole thing is. I feel like that would be my dog niece. Our panda is losing it. I must go and get him. I learned about Jimothy a couple of days ago. I want to derail the convo, but this is no less impactful than the Industrial Revolution. There will be a dramatic loss of known jobs, widespread upheaval, retraining, and a shift to a new economy. I mean, we'll see, but it is looking grim. It is. Like everything is shitty. Sorry for my friend. Pardon my French. But like the weather is shitty, the jobs are shitty, the economy is shitty for the common folk and all of that. So it's kind of difficult to adjust and see how it could get better, you know. It's going to take years to shake out. Yeah. Yeah, Jimothy. I'm pretty sure that if you Google Jimothy, you will find him right away. It's a raccoon that has a an handicap. It has a really shortened spine, so it kind of looks like a cryptid. I came for a sec to praise the beautiful green, and I get interrupted by the most annoying. Oh no! Roots and Run, hello! Only just tuned in, but did you go to Toulouse USK? I didn't go, but I have friends in high places. Hold on, I need to plop this cat down for bed. It's enough, baby. Enfile, bébé.
Oui.
Bébé, il de l'amour. I have so much fur in my face. Oh my gosh, stupid ad. Go away, I don't care. I'll stop to and maybe post something in Discord, but I don't think it is impactful, but just first up by the Giants. Oh, how did I miss it? Be right back. Baby Scout. Oh, Ev, what did you do in the animation work? I did a few like different position in the production pipeline. Basically, I did a lot of cleanup. So basically, you prepare the artwork to be used in the production, and I did that for assets and also like storyboard. I did a bit of animation when I started. And yeah, it's a bit difficult to pinpoint for most of the jobs because oftentimes you end up doing like a bunch of things basically. I don't know about Jimothy, but I heard about that baby monkey in the Japanese zoo that was rejected by its parents. That's old news, but it's Punch them. I think that the baby monkey is named Punch. But yeah, Jimothy is a different kind of creature. Gotta love friends in high places. I bought a palette in Toulouse, but haven't had time. You bought that palette? So you went to Toulouse? Ooh. Oh yeah, I have an idea. Oh, cool. It is an industry that is not at its strongest point in time right now. A bit difficult. And that's definitely something that AI is not helping. Yes, Punch-kun, who is outrageously adorable. I think Jimothy is more my vibe. But yeah, I just hope that Punch Monkey eventually like integrates a little bit because poor kiddo. Still waiting on my Jackson's order to arrive. It's just like three colors. What do you remember what you got? I don't know, it's just a me thing, but I never liked monkeys and apes in general. Never found them cute. Yeah, I'm a bit with you for that. If it's a baby, I can sort of understand it, even if I don't necessarily like feel it in the same way that I would feel it looking at a kitten, say. Yes, I went, but just as an independent sketcher. Tickets are pricey and sell fast. Ooh. The next one, like next year, is close to me, so I don't know what I'll do about that. So, Roots and Ruin, you're based in the UK, right? Or are you like local? Are you in France? Do you speak French? But yeah, the thing is with apes and monkeys is I'm kind of like that with a lot of animals. So I've always kind of dismissed it as something that my brain does, but that is not that I shouldn't consider like the a good baseline. Yes, I got Jackson Permanent Alizarin Crimson Roman Szmal Aquarius Violet. Ooh, that's the one in this set. Oh, it's such a fun color. I love the Aquarius Violet. I should try to do more mixes with it because I'm really curious of the effects you can get with it. Like with the yellow, like the sort of the complementary color, we got a really like bruise like effect, but I'm pretty sure you can get something different from mixing it with other stuff, you know. Oh, Alizarin Crimson Deep. Or Derp, if you want. Ooh, coffee. Forgetting my coffee. Yep, I'm in the UK. Well remembered. Toulouse was my holiday for the year. Oh, awesome! I can read, understand spoken French fairly, but can't speak it well. It's a bit difficult to figure out with the odd sounds we end up having. Derp too. Jimothy is the disability representation I never knew I needed. There is a subreddit, there is lore. Poor baby struggled but had supportive siblings. Yes! You saw the I want to find the video. I will post it on to the Discord after, but there's a video of I think it's Jennifer the Good News Girl, where she goes a little bit over Jimothy's sort of backstory in a way. And it is so wholesome. And seeing the mama carry him around, it's just like, oh. Thank you for mentioning it. I think I saw it and thought it might be AI and never looked it up. Yeah, the first video that came out of Jimothy like running across an area, you really think it's like a AI or a camera problem because it's so peculiar. But then you see more footage of him and it's like, oh no, that's actually the thing. Disability representation, what's wrong with the raccoon? He has a shortened spine. I don't remember the name of the actual condition. It's very rare, but it's basically a little bit as if you took a raccoon and you sort of connected the pelvis right after the shoulders, basically. It kind of looks like the whole part between the forelegs and the back legs is just missing. And he has a really stubby shortened tail too. So he kind of looks like a ball of raccoon with legs and a raccoon face. So it looks like a cryptid. when you see him like running around, but uh, his mom, sometimes like animals, especially wild animals, if they feel that their baby has a disability or an issue, a health issue, they oftentimes abandon them. But in this case, um, his mom kept on caring for him and his siblings too. So he grew up and he seems to be functioning quite well. Like they don't think he has any issues with providing for himself. My pronunciation isn't too bad. It more that having nobody to speak it with means I have to translate in my head before speaking because I don't get enough practice. Oh, yeah. Fair. Presumed spinal deformity. Yeah, that's it. Short spinal syndrome. I mean, poor baby, but at the same time, it kind of looks like he's thriving. So, like everybody likes him, and he's able to do his raccoon things. So it's absolutely like the best outcome. The care and not abandoning. Oh, I'm with you on that. Like I saw the videos of his mom carrying him across a fence, and I was just like, oh, good job, mama. That's a good raccoon mom. Why am I crying at 9:30 a.m.? Aw. It's happy crying, right? Not meaning to be mean, it looks a little bit squishy. Yeah, like I said, it's like if you rounded up a raccoon, basically. But he seems to be okay. That is quite special. Yeah, wild animals with abandoned offspring that have abnormalities. Yeah, and I was thinking about that, and I wonder if it comes from the fact that raccoons have integrated kind of really well in urban settings, and it's possible that since the mom was not struggling to find food for herself and her kids, that's why she didn't abandon him, because she was uh, easily able to give him like food and to feed the siblings too. So another part of the Jimothy experience that I think is quite fun. If you guys are familiar with the game Guild Wars, so it turns out that the lady who filmed Jimothy and posted the video that went viral is the wife of someone working at the company that does the Guild Wars games. So they created a Jimothy in the game, and if you do a little event, you can have like your own pet Jimothy in the game. And I think that's kind of really cool. I hope Jimothy is Geraldo. I don't know if it's a genetic thing because there's so few cases of it that I wonder if I feel like if there was sort of a genetic component to it that is transmissible like that, you would end up with a whole lot more cases because of the way that animals tend to have litters of babies, not just one baby. Yeah. Hold on. Guillaume, le Jimothy, il va être dans Guild Wars 2? Oui. Okay, cool, merci. Yeah, in Guild Wars 2, there's gonna be a little event and you can get your own Jimothy. And they've shared the 3D rendering of him, and it's just so cute. I have 2 level 60 characters in that game that I stopped playing a decade ago. I used to still play before I got my my latest computer, because my latest computer is a Apple computer, so I can't really run the game easily on it, so I had to sort of stop playing. But it I would have definitely done everything I could to get a Jimothy game if I could still play. Gonna call Lumpy Elephant for the genetic and... Oh, okay. Okay, for sure, no problem. Oh, Ostera, okay. I was like, what's that word? But I think it's just missing a letter. Yeah, we can focus just on the fact that it's a positive thing in general. You know that there's definitely people in that neighborhood that will leave big bowls of kibble out for the cats, but also the raccoons, including Jimothy and the skunks. If Seattle has skunks. It is indeed, I was tapping too fast, but we can still talk about Jimothy or others. I can talk about raccoons some more because we have them here. They're quite common. And it's really funny in the summer because um, I tend to leave cat food out for the cats because there's quite a few stray cats in this area. And like you can hear the cats at night. I can't really see them, but you can hear them crunching on the food. So it happens at least one per summer that we will hear crunching, and then when we look at the window, it's not a cat face, it's a raccoon face. He just stares back and he's like, "Hi," I'm like, "Hi, you can eat. That's fine. This is also for you." So funny. I like the raccoons. So if you want a good fright, hearing like raccoons arguing or fighting and not knowing what it is such a weird experience. Hot girl summer? Nope. Jimothy summer. I'm kind of here for it, to be honest. I have no idea what it means, but I feel like it's perhaps like it's gonna be more enjoyable, more fun, and more wholesome than a hot girl summer would ever be. From spots and go away. I was so into that game. I had the legendary hammer for my guardian. Ooh. I'm not much of one for that kind of commitment to grinding for something, but I enjoyed the game and I had a lot of fun and I had my sort of one main character and I miss him. We never leave cat food outside, the magpies would be fighting. Yeah, but I mean, you're in Australia, that's a different setup. Sassy Britches, hello! I'm not sure I would be leaving food outside in Australia. But here, like, it's not much is gonna happen, to be honest. I gave cat treats to a crow once, and that was also a really funny interaction. I really love them. I love crows, but we don't necessarily like we see them around, but they don't really come like here near the front lawn or anything. But I see them like when I'm walking about and all of that. And I spotted one on a power line, and I always like they are clever birds, so I always say hi to them, make it a point of saying hi to crows. And I was chatting this guy. I was like hi, and talking about him and all that, talking to him, but he was like kind of staying away. But I know that they kind of eat just a little bit of everything, and I had like cat treats with me because of course. So I threw a couple on the ground ahead of me, but he stayed like up above. So I left some more, kept on walking, and after a little bit I looked back and I saw that the crows had come down and was eating the kibble, and I was like, "Aw, yay!" Raccoon-sized rats. Ugh. I kind of wish we had raccoons in the UK. We have to settle for rats big enough to be mistaken for. You have badgers though, and there's a thing with foxes too, I think, right? So we have another. That's the it's the special Roman Szmal set for the Urban Sketcher Symposium that happened in Toulouse uh, earlier this month. Just ended, basically. I would be the kind of person that would feed the crows if they just came about more. I want to have crow friends. We have badgers, but I think they're getting rare now. Foxes you don't tend to see often either. Oh. Oh my god, I just happened to buy these exact colors minus the special color from Szmal the other day. Ooh, awesome! And hi Trix! Hello. No, I didn't go. Like I said, I have friends in high places. And I was very generously and kindly sent a tin. And I was saying that earlier, and I'll repeat because I think some people weren't there when I mentioned it earlier. But if you remember last year, this sort of thing, like last year, it was the special edition full of scout hair, of course. Oh my gosh, there's so much of it. The last year, the USK, the Urban Sketcher Symposium, was in Poznan in Poland, and they had a special tin for it too. It was this sort of purple blue color, and it had the mascot for the Poznan USK Symposium on it, and it was technically only available at the event. After a while, it became a little bit available. A little bit. It became available on a few Polish websites, and then eventually, randomly, it was on Jackson's. But it was not listed with the other sets. You had to kind of go to the clearance section and to look at the watercolor, gouache, and ink section, and there it was. So what I'm hoping happens is that perhaps by this time next year, or almost this time, like in about 10 months or so, this palette becomes perhaps available on Jackson's, and then it's possible for everyone to get it. I want raven or magpie. Yeah, corvids. We have blue jays that are also corvids, but they're not as they're more shy than the crows are. I used to have magpies that would follow me on a 20-minute walk from uni to my house. Never figured out why. I never fed them. They were just your friends. They were checking, making sure nothing happened, or waiting for you to drop something shiny. Oh, I missed that you didn't go. Good, good. Always nice to have friends in high places. Or minions that bring you stuff. I'm sure it was the crow. Jackson still has the Poznan palette. I think it doesn't have palette in the name because it doesn't. They had it until very recently, but I looked it up earlier and I couldn't find it. So I don't know if it's still there. Oh my gosh. I had a cat on me earlier and she left so much fur all over the place. Magpies and crows are so intelligent. Yeah. All the corvids are quite bright. Yeah, Artemiranda doesn't have the Toulouse palette yet, and they got it last year pretty soon after the actual symposium. I mean, the symposium was July 15 to July 18, like this year. So it's not even like 10 days. It's about a week over. So I think it's gonna perhaps take a couple more weeks, but so I'll be obsessively refreshing that site for a while like I did a couple weeks ago. This depends. Well, I used the Canadian version, and you probably didn't use the Canadian version, right, Paulo? Would these special edition palettes be available in local retail shops? They would be available in some polish shops, possibly. But I don't know for sure. Yes, they'd wait on the little lawn at the front of our uni, then follow me. A bit creepy, to be honest, but I still greet Magpie every time I see. Yeah, I mean, that's just being polite. I like these black and plum colors. Yeah, oh, I need to show this. I did the staircase mixing chart, and you get, it looks like a really sort of Payne's gray kind of color, but it's like almost black from mixing these two, so that's really cool. So that's why I'm getting like these really muted neutral mixes with the Aquarius Violet and then indigo greenish. I'm just trying to remove the very fine cat hair that Miss Scout left all over the stuff. Because of course. The best part about my sister having a dog, I barely see my own hair. Her hair is everywhere. She doesn't even come with me to my apartment. Sorry, I'm working from home this morning and miss. Oh, no worries. Yes, it's so I don't exactly know how that pans out, but I think if you buy a ticket to attend the symposium itself, this might be part of the goodies bag that you get. So you kind of get it for free if you buy a ticket, but then I think it's also available for purchase at the symposium if you attend in a different way. And it comes with these 4 colors in it. It's indigo greenish, Aquarius violet, Nicolazo gold, and then it has 1 color that is special for the symposium. And it was the same last year. It had 3 colors that were part of the regular range and 1 special color that was just available in this in the palette from last year. Can't fight the cat hair, will always be everywhere whether your cat is shit. Seriously. Well, I have one color coming. Yep. And it's a really interesting one. The Aquarius Violet, I really like it. I think it's a really fun color to play with, and to mix with other colors, you get some quite unique things that happen, basically. They were 20 euros at the art market, which is open to the public. Oh, cool. Good to know. I have such trouble FOMO around Toulouse. Will you go to next year's? I might, because it's somewhat near me. The special color last year was a hold on, a sort of purple, a granulating kind of purple mix. So that's the Poznan palette. I have a box of swatches here. I'll check quickly if I have it in there. The only thing I'm finding so far is a hand cramp. I'll have it in this box. But no, I have it on my charts. So that's the December color. And this is the USK Symposium color from 2025. And I have yet to add the July 2026 and then the USK Symposium 2026 here. Yee! The Poznan palette is such a pretty color. I know! How many colors does RS have? Oh. Okay, so let's do some maths. How many is this? So 6 times 8. 48? 48 times 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 192. Yeah. And then goes with, and then add 30 to that. So 34, sorry, to that. So that's 120. 24? 224? Eh. $223. Do you how much do you trust that AI intern? I just made the connection that it's in color. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. It took me getting the one from Toulouse. That's when I connected the dots, and I was like, ah, it's intended so that the tin is like close to the special color in it, and I was like, oh, that's actually clever. All of the colors are awesome, and I really love the special edition color. The tin is what I want. Redemption to buy the Poznan tin and sell the paints. Why would you sell the paints? It only comes with four little half pans. I mean, mine is empty because I've categorized all my paints in. They go together really well, though. Would you say? That's a like complementary kind of mashup, right? I won't start on the next trip because my swamp water is a bit too swampy, and I need to wash my brush too, because no matter how much I shake it in the water, it still comes out with a little bit too much green in it. But I technically only have 2 other mixes to do, and that's the Aquarius Violet with the special edition color, and the Indigo Greenish with the special edition color too. I will be making a video on the special edition Toulouse palette, and in it I take out all of my mini Roman Szmal tins so we can appreciate the full range of colors they are available in. I would love if we had a green one at some point. I mean, I'll take any other colors that we can get, to be honest. Sorry. I don't think anything will be in frame. How about this? Yeah. For swampy water. Just be careful not to drink it. Maybe Toronto will be green, let's hope. I hope so. The mascot, though, I'm not entirely sold on already, but who knows? I feel like we're gonna need a green one for Toronto because Poznan was sort of a purple, so that's one secondary color. Then orange, that's another secondary color. And what's the third secondary color? Green. So I'm kind of hoping for a good green. I didn't realize I had an automatic orange mode switch. It didn't even get censored, oddly enough, unless someone was really quick with approving it. I wish I had a dedicated studio for work. Yeah. Maybe we can guess color for Toronto. I mean, if it's anything like Montreal, it's gonna be a gray. So not in the summer. In the summer, it is pretty green, so that's fair. But it really depends on when you visit, right? I don't know if Poznan is a purpley city. Then having to juggle between stuff in your room. Oh, that's the name of the game. You have one workspace, so you have to always like put everything away every time you want to set something new out. And then I also have, I'm gonna make a brief video on the July 2026 color as well. Oh, and that's one thing too. So my friend in iPlaces that you probably can figure out who that is. And I mentioned that on yesterday as members only live stream. But I had the chart that you can get from Jackson's, and I've had it for a bit. It's really practical. It's really helpful to me because it allows me to super quickly reference colors, see the numbers, the pigment, all that stuff, and also in the back there's the very helpful chart that explains what all the little info on the pans mean. So that's super cool. But this one is a little bit outdated. There's not all the colors in it. And I was like, oh, I need to check if Jackson's has an updated one. And these usually are not very, they're like under $1 on the website. But the issue is that for some reason, if I add this to an order that is like a couple of pans and then I add this, the shipping prices skyrockets for some reason. It goes from being like a couple of dollars to a couple of tens of dollars. And I don't know why, because there's not necessarily something like it's not particularly fragile or big either. It's relatively small. It's like what, A5 or so. Like it's not a big watch, and it's not like it's a printed one. It's not a hand painted one, so it's nothing fancy. But then when I got the Toulouse and the paints and all of that, there was an updated chart along with the palettes, and I'm so grateful for it. This is so helpful, and it has all the new colors in it, and I was like, oh yes, this is so good. Like it has the, you can see when you compare both of them actually. Depends would be in an envelope, and that needs a box. Yeah, but when I order stuff that goes in a box, it's not necessarily that pricier. So I'm not entirely sure where the jump happens. So that's the new one here on the right, old one on the left. So here we have what, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 35 per sheet, basically. 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35. So 6 times 35. Right, cat census, yeah. That's 210. Am I doing this right? 1, 5, 4, 6. Yeah, I think that's right. And then there's an extra 4 in the back. But yeah, that's very, very useful. Weep. I had an envelope for these. Oh, there it is. Yep, 210. So the latest chart has 214, but there's colors that are like special editions. There is one... Oh no, there's a few discontinued colors. Oh, I didn't check. I wonder if the quinacridone gold is still in there. Yep, it's still in there. The one that has PO48 in it. But yeah, as far as actually discontinued colors go, there's only one that I know of, I think. And it's I have it on these charts. It's the PO73 that they had in the beginning, pure orange. This one here. And yeah, I don't think there's any other like particularly discontinued colors, but I know some will be. Like every color that has PO48 in it is eventually gonna run out. PR26, sorry. So that's quinacridone maroon, quinacridone gold, quinacridone burnt sienna. I don't know if the cobalt violet light is gonna eventually run out. But yeah, like there's a couple of colors like that either we know that the pigment is no longer produced, or that we've seen other companies sort of stop making. But otherwise... Yeah, like the symposium ones. I don't think the chart has any of the monthly special colors. Are they phasing them out and not reformulating? That's all that is. I'm not sure, but as the Roman Szmal range has like 3 sort of quinacridone gold hues of some sort. You have the first one was the quinacridone gold that has the PO48. It's a beautiful color. If you don't have it and you find it and it's still available, I would suggest getting a pan of it because it is really, really nice. I have a few backups. Like it's one of those colors that I stashed up on a few of these because it's perfectly the hue that I love. It's not too orange, it's not too yellow, it's just like this good in between, and it's very like luminous and vibrant. So there's that. Okay, and then you have quinacridone gold hue here that is similar but uses different pigments. And then we have a third one too. This one here, again, similar color but slightly different pigments and pigment ratio, so it's a different color in the end. So what I'm thinking is that when eventually it runs out of the PO48, the color is just not going to be reformulated, it's just going to be removed. And you'll have the other 2 sort of quinacridone gold adjacent colors to choose from. That's the one thing I don't like about the charts. You have to find updated ones. Yeah, that's true. And it's like, I don't think you need necessarily the chart. You can quite easily find a PDF of it online, possibly, and that's much easier to keep up to date. For me, like, I have quite a few charts, but I would say that the Roman Szmal one is the one that I use the most for my videos. And that's why I like having it, like, paper, like that. I could find a PDF and print it, too. That's not necessarily an issue, but this is really quite handy to have because I can also use it as sort of a props as a prop in my videos. If it changes, just make a sticker card for the updated ones. Flap. You make a, not necessarily a sticker, but you make a card that matches and you tape it just at the top so you can flip it up to look at the color that it was before. You make it a flap. Someone asked about July. Oops. If it was out and if someone had swatched it. I don't think it's outside of Poland. And as far as watching it, I haven't checked. I know I will make a video about it. And I've filmed like the sort of the before footage. And now I just need to you know, open these up and set them up and paint a little something with it. You know, when I had other single colors, for some reason, sometimes I would do an illustration that I would try to do monochrome. And I think it would be interesting to try to do that with this color because of its range. When it's a sort of light color, it's a bit difficult. Like if you think of the Poznan color, the sort of granulating blue-purple, it's quite a light color in terms of value, so that's perhaps a bit more difficult to use as a monochrome painting, but I feel like the July color has a bit more range for that, so that's what I plan to do. A good point. I am trying to create a folder of bookmarked charts so I can reference them when I'm out shopping, but so far I just have a mixed I looked all over the place for a PDF version and couldn't find one. That said, other brands are surprisingly sloppy with publishing. Yeah, that's also true. Schminke is good about it, but they don't update it all that often too, so that's what I tried to say, but in derp mode. Yes, this catalog from the site is from 2021. Have they added any new colors since 2021? I just don't remember. Also, what is time? How does it work? I know they had the release, like there was the green, the orange, the sort of opaque pink, opaque beige color, and then there was two other in there, like a purple and something else, like the coral perhaps. But I don't remember when that was. Holbein's is comprehensive but doesn't have all the metadata. Ask me how I know. I think I know. They had 6 limited editions. Oh, they did! Oops. Well, they just had to be nicer. There. I'm forever gonna hold a grudge. Not that they did anything to me particularly, but... I just find them so weird as a company. If you will allow me a little rant before I end the stream. But I've had dealings with a lot of the main companies so far, right? Because my channel has got to be almost, if not 10 years old by now. And sure, there were ups and downs, and there was COVID and all of that, so it's a mixed bag. But all in all, I reached out to many companies, and the range of interaction types varies a lot. You have some companies that are incredibly friendly and supportive. M. Graham, Roman Szmal, of course, Golden. The Golden people are so friendly and their service is amazing. Roman Szmal himself is incredibly nice. Like, it's just wow. The Ham Graham people were also very, very, very lovely. Then you have some that are like professional, but that don't necessarily stand out. Like I wrote to Schminke a couple of times, and they were really nice, completely professional, and all that. And then there are some that are a bit weird, and my interactions with Daniel Smith as a company were a bit more in the weird category. And you know, you see companies they reach out to artists, they do collaborations with artists. You have all sorts of ways that they organically kind of not well, it is promotion, yeah, but there's a this feeling of them sort of being also part of the community, not just trying to sell you something. And for some reason, I don't get that with the brand that shall not be named. I feel like everything they do has that sort of feeling of wanting to bank on the hype to sell you something. And it's not, of course, it's a tainted perspective, but it's just weird. Like, as with the Primatech, it doesn't feel genuine. Correction, Jean Briand. I thought for the longest time it was Jean Brilliant, and recently realized I'd been wrong. It depends on the brand, so they will mess with you like that. Some colors will be brilliant, and Holbein I think, is guilty of that quite a lot. They have some that are brillant, and some that will be brilliant, and you're like, come on, man. Hey, Lisbeth, hi. I find it hard to bite my tongue in other spaces when people start gushing about the Primatex. I still see. I heard Jen Cogley. Are you for real or are you messing with me, Mr. Bosch? The guy at the Daniel Smith stand at Toulouse was. I don't think he wanted to be there and couldn't be bothered helping anyone. Are you serious? I try really hard to give them like the benefit of my stance being super biased because A, I think it's funny, and B, how they behave really doesn't sit well with me. But I always tell myself like that's your perspective on it. It's biased. You have your issues with them, and try to be more open. Perhaps they're nice, and then you come in and tell me that the guy at the Toulouse stand was off. It's just like it writes itself. Like, come on, man. If you don't want to be there, I'm pretty sure we can find 10 people super easily in 5 seconds. I'm pretty sure there's like a bunch of you in chat that would have done a better job. Even if you don't really like the company, like if it comes to being excited about sharing paints and colors and all of that, I think we all switch into like hype mode. I spent my whole childhood and teens telling people Magneto was my favorite color. Oh no. No one corrected me and I realized in my 20s what I really said. But you know, maybe they just didn't really know. Like if they were not color people, okay, no, maybe not that. Pigment nerds, maybe? But yeah, if they were not like really into the artsy side of things and having to pick like colors for paints or whatnot, maybe they didn't even notice. Hey, Mr. Yo, well. Magneto sounds like the name of a lesser X-Men Aaron. Kind of. I'm pretty sure they were all just okay weirdo. I remember arguing with that was a substantial time ago. Must have been like 5 or 6, but I was waiting for the school bus with other kids from my neighborhood, and I had tights on, and they were fuchsia, I think. And I remember arguing with the other kids. Like one side was saying, "No, these are fuchsia," and the other side was saying, "No, these are pink," and like fuchsia, pink, fuchsia, pink. In the end, who cares, you know? Goodbye, AI ad. Okay. I'm pretty sure he might have had jet lag or a bad day, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, I mean, still, but like, of all the people over there who could have been a bit off that day, of course it had to be that guy. You know? Come on, man! And even with jet lag, you should, I don't know. Maybe you should be happy to be there. I know I would be. Also, the spelling of fuchsia still. Yeah. How are you supposed to say that? Like in French, I know it's easy, but in English, you still say like fuchsia? But yeah, so again, it's funny, and I don't remember seeing the new colors from Daniel Smith all that much, but the last thing I saw from them was these like just basically repackaging groups of colors in little cardboard boxes and selling that as if it's a brand new thing. And there can be something about that. I mean, other brands do it, but usually there's a little something extra. Either it's a special colored, tin, or there's a fuchsia, funky pink. I've mostly heard it pronounced fuchsia. Where do they get the few? It's anyway, funky pink. Shia funk. Yeah, every other stand had fab staff, especially Rosa Gallery. They were super helpful and basically launching. Yeah, that tracks. Why? Why is it so cartoony like this? Who knows why anything in English is pronounced the way it is? I mean, French too. But yeah, like I haven't been to that kind of why is Worcester pronounced Worcester? Oh, yeah, and the Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire. Anyway, I've been to like conventions for comics and whatnot, and like I've seen a bit of everything. I've seen people that were hype. I've seen people that were not. But more often than not, if you get to a booth that is representing a product or a company, and they are at a convention that's all about that, my limited experience is to see people who are perhaps tired, perhaps like they caught the convention flu or whatever, but people are usually quite hype when they come across people who are passionate about the same stuff. So it's not disappointing. We all know why we say pipette instead of pipette. But it's written pipette. But yeah. Did you meet Roots and Roman? Did you meet with Roman there? Roman Szmal. I think the the Rosemary and Co brushes people are often at the symposium too, and like it's just odd because everything I hear is people being like super into it and hype and like wanting to talk about the stuff and sharing new products, new releases, all of that. So English is about 20 languages packaged in thin French wrapping. Nothing is going to make sense in spelling or punctuation. Beck Tiger, an Australian art YouTuber, bought all. There are new colors, just the collection of. There are new colors, okay. Or there are no new colors? I think, trust you God, people at conventions are supposed to be picked for presenting well, and I remember getting basic training for it. Let's get some Dunkin'. Oh, Dunkin' Donuts, yummy. Oh, no new colors. Yeah, so I mean that's kind of what people get hyped over. And it doesn't even have to be fancy new colors. Like if it's new, people are gonna be all over it, whether happily or not. Either that or Dunks. Nobody called it Dunkins. We used to have Dunkin' Donuts here in Quebec. I don't know if we still have them, but we would say on va-tu chez Dunkin'? We would say Dunkin'. Never mind that S. Yes, Roman Szmal was there. He was helping my friend choose the reddest red. He suggested pure scarlet. If an... Oh, he's the best. He's so friendly, and he's so like you feel that passion for the products that he's making and the colors and whatnot. Oh man. Learning French is being conflicted at interpreting the word. Is it in Spanish? Oh, seriously. It kind of helps to have like Spanish and English and then French. Like when I learned a bit of Spanish, being able to speak French and English kind of helped. But sometimes it's confusing too. Oh, Becky Traeger. Okay, yeah. She has that whole giant Holbein Yukon Noguchi set plus that Garnermus palette. That palette is so cool, but it's so big. And in my opinion, the collections don't make any sense. I agree with you. I was looking at them, and I think I rented about it sometimes, but don't you have like the spring and summer ones that are almost the same? Like they have a yellow, a sort of yellow, bluish, teal kind of color, and then a pink. One has like APV19 and the other one has like opera. It's basically the same thing. I seriously pity anyone who has to learn English as a second language. It's hardly... You think? I don't think so. Cramsipo want crullers. Donuts. Spanish, French, and English is basically Louisiana. Fair. Not saying that I could go to Louisiana, and understand, because there's the how do they say it? Cajun, right? There was a really interesting video, probably still there, but it basically explained the connection between the Louisiana Cajun and the Acadien in Canada. And it was super interesting. And they had made this kind of connection, like the Cajun and Acadian, Cajun. There you go. Spanish and French. I think that what is difficult with French personally, and maybe with Spanish, is the pronunciation of certain sounds that are really alien to English. Spoken French against read French. Yeah. In England, whenever you come across a new place, you know it's a 50-50 chance of getting the pronunciation. You basically have to put a hot potato in your mouth and then you say the name of the place. Unless it's in Welsh. I don't know much Spanish, but I did study French for a while, and it felt far more logical and consistent than English by a mile. It really depends. But yeah, I get what you mean. Kajun? No, they had a really specific way of saying it. And it was basically like Kajin. Or something like it sounded like Acadien, but, you know, slightly different. Haitian Creole, oh wow. Dude, that's kind of trippy. Like, there's a lot of people here that speak Creole because it is often close enough to French that, you know, they come here, we speak French. There's overlap, so it's easier perhaps to learn French. But to happen upon a conversation in Creole, whether it's Haitian Creole or another variant, and it's so weird because in your head, it's like I feel like I should understand what they're saying, but I don't understand any single thing that they're saying. And it's just trippy. Because it's so weird, this juxtaposition of familiar sounds, but arranged in a way that you don't know how to parse. Oh, that kind of makes sense, Sassy Britches. Basically, we're born with sponge brains that can learn any language, but if we don't learn by, like, puberty... I mean, some people can still learn after that, but I think it's much more difficult. Which is why oftentimes parents will try to sort of get their kids to grow up in as many languages, or in the languages that they want the kid to be fluent into later on. East Asian languages are confusing because they don't have pauses on their sentences. And it's sometimes you don't necessarily know where to put the emphasis because it's not... It's so many steps different from what one might be familiar with that, like, you don't have a lot of reference points of where to put emphasis or not. I don't know how true this is, but cruel experiments have been run. Yeah. They have Spanish, French, and some other languages intertwined in it. Creole, yeah. And oftentimes the way they use those languages is not necessarily in the same way that you would if you just spoke French. Like, it's a bit like they used the French to create their own vocabulary, basically. Cultural idiomatic understanding is the hardest bit, especially when there is... Oh, yeah. Oh, that's really cool, Roots and Ruin. It becomes harder, but not impossible. My dad started learning Spanish at 62 and can hold the conversation now. I started learning French at 28 and I was reading French novels within a year. Yeah, I think it's just that, for me, it feels that it's perhaps more depending on the fact that when you're younger in life, you sort of can allot a lot more time to learning the language, and you don't have to juggle so many things in your brain that it makes absorbing a new language much easier. I feel like as an adult, it becomes more difficult to learn a language because you have to juggle so many tasks too. Ellen, hey! Like, you have to deal with so many things on top of trying to learn another language. That's usually why, like, people will start learning something and then they will have to drop it because real life happens. And then they kind of lose what they learned. And when they try to get back into it, they have to go back and relearn some things. And it's kind of more difficult in this sense. I get that way when I hear Dutch spoken and sometimes Irish as well. I feel like I should understand what is being said, and sometimes with Dutch I can parse it out by vibes alone. Hi! I often wonder what it is about how some people have the ability to learn, whereas as a toddler, I don't know if I would put it under the ability to learn sassy bitches, because I'm not entirely sure that's fair, but I just think that it's the like through the whole spectrum of the way people uh, like all the brains out there. I think that there's just some people that have an easier time uh, like learning a language because the way they will organize it in their head, and other people will have an easier time with something else. Like it's just brains. And with Irish, I realize it's because the lyrical nature and inflection are in my own dialect of it. Ooh, nice. Huh. By the way, my native tongue is Spanish. Also, you had to learn English. Yeah. Math is hard enough by itself. Another language on top of that is criminal. Oh man, math is so hard. But yeah, I kind of see learning a language as like it is to learn math. Like some people will kind of are wired to be able to make more sense of it, and for other people it's going to be language, and for other people it's going to be math. In Spain until it was 7, then moved to the UK and can't speak any now. Yeah, I was using simplistic term, but yeah, like some brains can hold and process other languages and some can't. It's just really, it is really, I think it's fascinating. But yeah. And then on top of that, you have issues like dyslexia, and you know, there's a bunch of things that come into play that will have an impact on that kind of stuff. All right. Well, I kind of have to end the stream. This was a really fun discussion. I will show what I swatched so that perhaps if you came in late or if people just checked the end of the stream, they'll be able to get a feel for what... This was just not me rambling while reading chat. But yeah, I was looking at this super cute special edition tin from the Toulouse Urban Sketcher Symposium that just happened. It comes with 4 colors in it. 3 colors that are part of the regular range of Roman Szmal colors, and then 1 special color. And also this is a special tin with the mascot of the symposium on it, which I think is really, really cute. And then the colors and half pans, so that's the nickel azul gold, Aquarius violet, indigo greenish, and the special color that is a mix of PY 181 and PV 19, so it becomes this bright, beautiful bright orange. And this is sort of the basic staircase mixes of the... I call it staircase mixes, but you know, people usually have the whole thing, but I don't need to swatch the colors twice. Once is enough for me. And then I also started doing the more thorough mixing of 2 colors at a time. But I had to kind of stop there because my water is really swampy and it's starting to affect the mixes that I make, so I need fresh water to finish the last 2. So that's basically where I'm at with this. I can math or second language, but I think my eyes can color. Yeah, that's also a skill. In Belgium, I had to learn my Dutch, French, English, and on top of that, I had to learn German. Oof. Wow, that's a lot. My uncle, the one who I got Oreo from, is fascinating with math. In particular, measurement for construction. He describes it like having a tape measure in his head. A line of number that he can use. That's so cool. Oh, man. That's gotta be fascinating to see him use that skill. which I guess is maybe similar to someone watching a painter mix, like color match a color on the spot. Like when you've painted it, you can understand it, but imagine someone who has never painted and they see you juggle like a bunch of colors and get to the color that you're trying to color match. That has to be a little bit cool. That is so cool. I don't think in linear time, I think in images. So I can't tell you when, but I can tell you what you were wearing. Oh, that's cool. And that kind of brings us back to the AI talking point from earlier. That's something that is definitely only found in humans. This ability to have such different, various skills. I did a couple roofs and construction projects with him, and it absolutely was, oh man. The fun thing about learning Dutch is now you're cursed with understanding. Why is it a curse? Ich bin Botron. The only Dutch thing that I know is something I learned from you guys, yo, is that the cheese we've known for most of our lives as Gouda is in fact a Dutch cheese, and you're supposed to say it's something like Gouda or whatever. Like I don't speak Dutch, but I was like, what? What? Especially over like being used to the French way of saying it, which is just reading it like Gouda. I'm not fangirling over this color combination. Well, I am. That's fine. I like it. It's different, but there's a lot of stuff in there that I would be able to use, but that's me too. I think it's interesting how some people can't mentally picture something, but some have photographic memories. Yeah, that too. Some people will start a drawing, like in one corner, like they will start here and they will and end it there, and it's all ink and they didn't sketch anything and it's all good, and you're like, what the heck just happened? And other people have to do like 27 layers to be able to get to the final drawing that they want. I don't think one is better than the other, but if you are at one end of the spectrum and you see someone doing their thing at the other end of the spectrum, it is really impressive. Languages are weird, yeah, definitely. I have an unofficial job in my family. I go to the fabric store with my mom to color match. It is my duty and responsibility. That sounds fun, though. Would you like to be cursed with more Dutch? I think it's gonna happen at some point. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna Van Gogh, like it's a bit like seeing like Worcestershire sauce written and then hearing it said, and you're like, eh? I'm sorry, what now? Which sauce? If anyone is interested in languages, the Words Unraveled podcast is really good. They're on YouTube too, more about word origins. Oh, that sounds cool. Me, 30,000 liked. Yeah. Yeah, same. But yeah, you have like Kim Jung-gi, and there's a French illustrator too named Boulet, who will just start with their ink pen in one spot and just draw, and you're like, okay. How? I'll try to put that, or if someone wants to put it in the Livestream after party channel on Discord, that would be really cool too. Yeah, the Worcestershire sauce. Like, why do you put so many letters in the word if half of them are not pronounced? What the heck? And we have that in French too, like the French word for noodle is trippy a little bit. It's nouille. I'll write it in chat. Oh my gosh. If you think Worcestershire is bad, wait till you hear how... I'll read it as it is. Cholmondeley is pronounced. I'm kind of scared. Or Featherstone Hawk being pronounced Fanshawe. What the heck? Why? You just said woo woo. Yeah, we tend to riff on the Worcestershire sauce too. In Japanese, they just call it sauce. Yeah. We're having too much fun, but I have to end it, unfortunately. So thank you so much, guys, for being here at this unusual time. Oh, Chumley. What the heck? Oh, quickly, Sassy, that reminds me of the Welsh place with the excessively long name. That ends with go 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 go. Basically. Okay. Attention. Go 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 go. Okay. Is that really the name of it? No way. Chargo go mancho go shobuna gungimog. What? Oh yeah, the Icelandic volcano, that's another one. Oh, it's real. Oh no. Well, alright guys, thank you so much for being here. Schedule should be as usual next week, if everything goes according to plan. And until then, I hope you have a good weekend. And don't forget to take cake. If it's too hot, get some ice cream cake. That's better. And we will see each other in the next one. And I'll try to, you know, get more videos out now that my big video that took forever to do is out. So, yeah. My Welsh friend, Hugh, has to say it every time we're drinking together. It's his duty. I would also hold him up to that kind of duty if I had a Welsh friend. Anyway, thank you guys. Don't forget, like I said, to take cake, ice cream cake if necessary, give pets to your pets if you have any. And hopefully you get good weather this week, and see you all in the next one. Or on the Discord. Link is in the description below. Cake Tear, that's also a good one. Bye guys.